Will you hike all or parts of the Grampians Peaks Trail? Wonderland Cottages has great packages including trail transport for you. Wonderland Cottages, spacious, self-contained eco-villas in the heart of the Grampians. More about them and their GPT packages at the end of the video. Time for breakfast. The fourth day walk of the Grampians Peaks Trail is a little bit shorter. It starts at Wartook Lookout trailhead and goes down to Hall's Gap. It takes about 3 to 4 hours depending how fast you hike it, and it's quite pleasant as it's mainly downhill. Just a couple of minutes in and on your way to Lake Wartook Lookout, you have one of the best views in all of the Grampians. It's looking down to Hall's Gap, that Fines Creek Valley, Lake Belfield, and right onto that spine of the Mount William Range. It's absolutely spectacular, especially in the morning. The very short detour to Lake Wartook Lookout itself is definitely worth the trip. After enjoying the morning sun at Lake Wartook Lookout, the trail meanders through quite nice rock formations. After crossing the Mount Difficult Road, the trail is going to stay on top of the Mount Difficult Range, and from there you have fantastic views eastwards onto the plain and south to the Mount William Range and Hall's Gap. This is a great spot for breakfast or maybe a little snack, as the trail eventually is gonna go through this cliff and into a dense forest from where you're not gonna have any views anymore. In this forest, it's then more about bird life, bird song, little creeks, little waterfalls, and it's a very gentle slope downhill. Eventually the forest is going to open up and the trail levels out, and here you're going to have again fantastic views, this time of the Wonderland Range. This is another great spot to have a little break, maybe have a lunch break there or just a little snack. It's definitely worthwhile just taking in the view. Soon after you will come to an intersection with the Wartook Peak Loop Trail, and here you have a couple of choices how to continue. The official Peaks Trail heads east from here, and this is the trail I would follow, well, if you really want to hike every step of the Peaks Trail, but also if you saw quite a bit of water in those creeks you crossed early on. Reason for that is, once you're at the base of the range, there's a very short 150-meter detour to Clematis Falls, which is a very tall waterfall and spectacular if there is a lot of water in it. In any way, I would first continue straight to Wartook Peak, even if you don't want to go all the way to the top of Wartook Peak, which is I think 15-minute one way, and it has a bit of rock scrambling on the way. It's worth heading into this trail for fantastic views down to Hall's Gap. The third option is to continue west, and this is what I would recommend if there wasn't any water or hardly any water in the creeks you passed early on. It's just a nicer way down from this range. I would recommend to walk via Babullis Glen, and if it's a hot day, if you feel like taking a dip, then I would continue to Venus Bath, which is a very short detour of maybe 5 minutes. You will walk past Venus Bath on the next day anyway, but it's usually nicer to take a dip at the end of a hike than at the beginning of one. And that way you're heading into Hall's Gap, either through the Botanic Garden or through the campground. Hall's Gap has many restaurants and cafes to offer and definitely makes for a great lunch stop. If you are keen, if you are a strong hiker, you might continue all the way to Rosea Car Park, which is another 5 hours. But for the sake of this video, the 4th day walk of the Grampians Peaks Trail ends in Hall's Gap. I would rate this section of the GPT 5 out of 5. It's really, really nice. The trail work is fantastic. It's quite easy to walk, as most of it is downhill, and that at a very gentle slope. Just wonderful views from the top, and the forest itself is also nice. Lots of bird life in there, and the sound of running water is something beautiful in the Grampians for sure.
If you want to hike this or other trails in the Grampians, Wonderland Cottages will make an ideal base for your stay. With the Grampians Peaks Trail packages, you get trail transport to and from your day's trailhead and sleep every night at your comfortable cottage. This means you only carry a day pack. Water availability on the trail is no issue. Your fridge, deck, barbecue and of course shower awaits you. NBN and electricity for your backup, recharge and communication needs. Your private washing machine and Woolies deliveries at your doorstep. And of course a comfortable bed and easy walking distance to pubs and restaurants in town. With their spacious self-contained eco-villas, Wonderland Cottages is perfect for couples, families and small groups. Located in easy walking distance to the center of Hall's Gap, yet tucked away in a quiet forest setting and bordering the national park, Wonderland Cottages makes for great wildlife viewing. Wonderland Cottages strives to minimize your holiday's ecological footprint. All toilet paper, tissues and paper towel are made from bamboo. There is a water recycling system in place. All electricity is 100% green renewable, and solar is in the making. All cottages have 2 bedrooms, a large living area with fireplace and modern aircon, a fully spec'd out kitchen, a bathroom with separate toilet, 2 private decks and a private barbecue. But don't just take my word for it. Check out the great reviews on Google, Booking.com and Airbnb. For the best price and special offers, always book direct at wonderlandcottages.com.au.